going? All right, we're Performance Financial LLC. We're on number 5 for hacks, tax and growth hacks for pressure washers and really any business, any service-based business. Drake Vant Hul, he's the CPA. I'm Rob. We have feedback range. We're on the marketing team here. But we want to talk about this while you're here pricing. I want to tell you a little story. So most of you already know this, that whenever you're driving around in your truck to go from job to job, you are losing money. You're inefficient. You're not productive. You're wearing and tearing on your vehicle. You're paying that good old gas. And I won't make too many comments about gas prices right now. But anytime you're driving from point A to point B, you are wasting money. Big time. Like big time. You are beating the snot out of that truck. You're wearing out your trailer. You have chemicals in the back that you're carrying. It is so inefficient. Now, I want you to think of this. I have some clients that I've worked with, and we do websites and marketing. We can help you drive a ton in sales. But the principle here on number 5 is, I call it the while we're here single trip discounts. This works really well for pressure washers, really well for seal coat businesses, and lawn care. So if we take a step back, you guys are smarter than I am. So I don't want to act like I got this all figured out. But the bottom line is, if you're driving around, you're wasting money. Number 2, if you can do everything in one trip, that's beautiful. So if I get a job at Drake's house to come out and clean his patio, and I ask him, hey, by the way, if you can find anybody that will allow, that's interested in this, they'll do it on the same trip on the same day, I'll give you 35% off. That's worth it, or whatever percent you need to do. Right. Okay. Now, this is all based off of, I had a friend, Greg Westgard, who's actually a missionary now. He had started, grown, and sold 2 different lawn care companies right next to each other in the same suburbs in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Now, Drake, you're a CPA firm for small businesses based out of Des Moines, Iowa. I'm up here in Minneapolis, so I'm sorry. I'm incredibly pale right now. It's snowy out. It's hilarious. But what Greg did was, Greg understood that you have the cost of acquiring a client. That's a cost. Mm-hmm. You also have the cost of, like, there's advertising behind that. And then once you get them, there's a chance that after you've paid and worked so hard to get that client, they might leave you. And so what he did was he decided, if I'm driving around, that's worthless. I already have a cost per acquisition goal that I have to acquire. I could either spend that on Google Ads, I could spend that in so many different ways, or what I'll do is I'm going to walk up and down. And what he did was pretty daring. So the 2 things he did that was unique compared to every other service-based business, and folks do this, and you get this. I'm not that smart. He would go in and he'd find competitors' signs, and he'd literally, if they were within a drive of them, he would go up to them and say, hey, he'd kind of like, hey, what are you paying? What are you doing? What do you like about them? Is there anything you change? I'm doing Joe's 2 yards down. How about this? I will take over that for free for a year. But it's got to be on the same day. So I do this on Wednesday. While I'm here, I'll do that for a year, and I won't bill you. But after the first year, it's just going to be, here's what my rates are. And how does that sound? The only reason why I do this is I'm going to be here already. And if I can drive efficiencies, that's great. And I can either go spend on Google Ads, or I could just give you a discount. That seems like, so that was one way, because his end game, the end game in this model is to dominate a neighborhood, is to dominate one neighborhood at a time, doing whatever you can to get that neighborhood on lockdown and communicate the process that it happens in the same days. So then all you do is walk up and down. And folks, this is what most people don't understand. I sold computers for 7 years at a Best Buy. Okay. I have ran my own business for almost a decade now. I help small businesses. We do websites and ads. I help hundreds and hundreds of business owners drive leads. One of the biggest failures that most entrepreneurs have is they get so beat down on hearing no. They are so skittish about things that they never position themselves as a guide and as a leader, as a sales rep to their customer. And what I mean by that is, too often that you just walk up and down and you take anything that bites and you just, hey, can I get your business? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sign up here. Just great. I got your business. When really there's a way that you can position a solution for them that's a better win for you and a better win from them. And it can be honest and non-manipulative, and you can just land it. And if you get to a point where you just focus on these neighborhoods and you set the expectation that you're going to be there on the same days, and you start to do it that way, and you steal business that way. And if you're just upfront about it, but steal business, you earn business, it works. Now, the second thing that he did was he would he would invite his customers to find him referrals to offer them a discount with the conditions that it's done at the same day on the same trip. And that's the key, because it certainly costs you 30 to 40 bucks. It probably costs you 10, 15 bucks for every trip you make, if you haven't figured that one out. Anytime you're driving, you know this. You guys know this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound arrogant here, but anytime you're driving around, that costs you money, right? So why not get them in a habit of having them cluster their work together? And so you empower that gal on Facebook. You empower, again, seal coating. This works like crazy. Cleaning gutters, it works. Putting up gutters in new construction homes. There's so many applications that this works. But all you do is just, hey, yeah, it's got to be on the same day, and I'll offer you a discount if you can. In fact, it's $300 per time for one of you, or if you group it together, I do 4 for. It ends up being $180 each. And all you're doing is setting this expectation. You can walk up and down, and you can gear up and get some guys on and help get that done. But folks, your main goal is to dominate a neighborhood. And you have a client acquisition cost already. So taking somebody's business who already wants the stuff, and then all you got to do is wow them with the service. That's one way. And then while you're here, whatever you can do to get your customers to do the work to go get those other clients, that's worth giving a discount to that person. And then making sure that they're wowed and give you a Google review. Make sure that you get Google reviews, Facebook reviews, as many reviews as you possibly can. Jobber helps you do that. Drake just talked about that. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. But this whole number 5, this while we're here single trip, I'm sure you guys already know this, but anytime you're driving, you're losing. So ask your customers. You can set up websites for this. You can set up little email campaigns for this. You can even set up your auto drip campaigns for, hey, while we're here. And if you just plan, hey, do you have anybody else that might be interested? Because I'll offer you 30% off if you can find somebody else that wants to do it. It's got to be same day, same trip. And nobody cares when you're cleaning their stuff. Like, and it works. I'm telling you. And you will love the business you grow as you only drive to 2 or 3 neighborhoods and you hustle buns to get them on lockdown. Anyways, good luck. If you like the idea of proactive tax reduction planning, performancefinancialllc.com. We'll take a look at your taxes. We'll look at your books, and we will try and find a way to reduce your taxes. We'll try and find a way to come to you with ideas of adding value in your business. And basically what we do is we serve as an outsourced accountant. Between $300 and $4,500 a month, depending on who you are and what you need. We will do all your accounting, all your taxes, all your bookkeeping. Drake, any thoughts? Anything come to mind as we visit there?
The only thing that comes to mind is realize what your opportunity costs are in business. If you take a couple minutes and think about some of those types of things, that's where you're missing out on probably some of the most money. So we can bring you more revenue, we can do these other things, but if you can shore up some of those opportunity costs that you're missing, hit up some of these. If you're struggling right now or you're out there, it's a slow time of year for you, boy, these are great little tips to not go spend the extra dollars on marketing, to go get yourself in front of the different customers, to have other people sell for you. Man, if you can build a business where your customers sell for you, you are going to be incredibly happy. So keep focusing on some of those little things. Yes, we do accounting. Yes, we do taxes, but we're really business advisors here as well that are going to help you think holistically inside of your business to really point you in the right direction so you can make expert decisions in your everyday life. So Absolutely. That's all I got, Rob.
Yeah, book a consultation, guys. We'll take good care of you. Take care.